Doc, moving to other policies, we're now monitoring, apart from Cebu, more and more cases in more and more places outside of NCR. What is the recommendation now and what is the stance now on the Balik Probinsya program? There have been reports that this may have complicated. Is that necessarily documented? Is the data now showing what impact, if any, Balik Probinsya has had on the COVID crisis?
I think. Yes, I think it contributed. Yes, after Cebu, we visited Region 8 in Tacloban, and a lot of the cases that were found positive there were from locally stranded individuals and the Balik Probinsya program. That the locally stranded individuals were those that came from Cebu as well, that went out. Now in Luzon, we have the same story. We have Balik Probinsya, locally stranded, returning OFWs who may have been able to go to their home provinces. We call them the ninjas. They did not go through the process, and they ended up transmitting in the different areas. So I think the Balik Probinsya is a bit on hold, not going to be made at the same time. The locally stranded individuals in Metro Manila will now all undergo PCR. That's very new. That was decided today. And then, of course, we are now having a better system for the OFW. Before we had it was messed up, so the OFWs in May tended to stay longer because the tests got lost along the bureaucracy. But now they've fixed that. They have this what we call one-stop shop. You get the swab from the airports, and then you stay in a hotel and wait for the result in 3 to 5 days, and then you can do home quarantine for the remainder of the 14 days. So they're fixing it one by one. I think yes, the answer to your question, it helped populate some of our communities outside NCR because there's really a lot. We sent home about 47,000 OFWs, returning Filipinos, OFWs, and including the locally stranded individuals. And we also visited yesterday, we went to Zamboanga because Zamboanga will be the area where 5,300 Filipinos will be returned from Sabah. So that's being done as well. So that's also, at least the city mayor, Mayor Ben Climaco, is trying to help together with the DSWD, the Foreign Affairs and Quarantine, to make sure that they are all processed when their boat comes in and they are released. In that particular incident, the testing will be done in Sabah, in Sandakan. So
Okay.
our quarantine officials will go there, test them there. We're paying the Malaysians to do the test, and all those that are positive will not be deported. Only those that are negative will be placed on the ship.
Pero Doc, mas
Okay.
delikado yun kasi siksikan dun sa mga barko from Sandakan to Zamboanga. Not unless you do RT-PCR testing na mas reliable kasi baka makalusot yung mga
Yes,
nag-antibody testing lang.
that's what we're paying for. We're paying for an RT-PCR test, and we're
Okay.
sending a doctor from the Bureau of Quarantine to really observe that the Malaysians will do RT-PCR
Okay.
before they
Okay.
ride the boat.